Hey everybody, T-Man again, bringing you guys another motherfucking video. This one will be doing my review on this past week's Monday Night Raw and giving my opinion, just a quick little rundown. How do I think things are going? Now we're about 2 weeks past WrestleMania, and like I thought, I'm not going to be going really piece by piece into Raw. I'm just going to be giving you just a couple highlights of what I think about it. Definitely, I think it died down a little bit, obviously, from last week's, the day after WrestleMania. The day after WrestleMania is always good, so I anticipated it getting dropped in value a little bit, and it did, no doubt about it, but it was still watchable. I do think we're going to be slipping back week by week into our unwatchable stage. So we'll see what happens with that. Definitely it was watchable. I went to bed the last hour, not because of boredom, I was just tired, and then I did rewatch the rest on YouTube the next day. But quickly, let's talk about the main event and the last impressions, images that we got from Seth Rollins and Randy Orton. Randy Orton clinching the main event spot at Extreme Rules and going to face Seth Rollins. You know, I don't know where they're going to go with that. If it does land up being a one-on-one match between Seth Rollins and Randy Orton, I can understand that, adding a hardcore element, since Randy Orton did pin Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. I do understand that, and you know, I'll be okay with that. Like, really, no matter what they do in the main event picture right now, I'm okay with. If it does land up just being a one-on-one match with a hardcore element on Extreme Rules, I'll be fine with that. They have been teasing a little bit more with Ryback and Roman Reigns being involved, and I wouldn't be surprised if they threw Kane in the element, and maybe an elimination chamber match, throwing 6 guys in there and making that type of match. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. So I really don't know which route they're going to go with that. There's all different ways. I haven't been keeping up on my internet rumors, so that's very interesting. I also really like the tease of Kane, the heat between Kane and Seth Rollins. It should be interesting to see if that's a storyline they're going to continue with Kane kind of clashing with Seth Rollins a little bit, or was that just because of Triple H and Stephanie not being there this past week? So I'm very, very intrigued on that. So I mean, it'll be interesting if Kane made like a big match, or if Kane continues to be the director of operations, if he gets kicked out of the Authority. I mean, that's actually a pretty interesting storyline. I hope they continue with that, because that could be very, very interesting if they continue. I mean, you kind of have to, it'll be cool to have like if they flip Kane babyface and they have Kane be a babyface Authority figure and the Authority, but you would think that the Authority would just fire Kane for being director of operations. I could completely see the Big Show stepping in that role, and I think he would be perfect. I think the Big Show would be perfect as a director of operations type of role. I would love that tremendously, because I mean, the Big Show, I love what he's been doing lately, coming out with the suit and just being a kiss ass and that annoying little smile. I love the Big Show, and you know, I might even do a video soon on the Big Show of, you know, I might even talk about it on Let's Talk Wrestling episode 3 that I'm gonna be shooting this Saturday at my work site. I'll be in my car, so expect one of those videos again. That'll be my long video talking about the Big Show and what do I think about him, and also is he one of the biggest giants of all time? That actually might be one of my discussions that I do on Let's Talk Wrestling episode number 3 coming this Saturday. Plugging it because it's my YouTube channel, bitches, and I can do whatever I want. So yeah, that should be really, really, really fun, guys. So tune in for that. But anyways, yeah, I would love to see the Big Show in that Authority figure. You know, not to mention they've been teasing a little bit between him and Kane, Big Show and Kane. So I mean, Kane's been having a little bit of beef with inside of his own Authority membership. So that should be really interesting. I love what they're doing with that. It's nice. I mean, so there is a lot of positive things going about Raw. You know, I would really like to see Raw go back to 2 hours. I've been telling them that in all my videos. I'm hoping that happens. I'm actually going to be doing a video right after this talking about SmackDown. So I'm not going to get into that, but I will discuss the 2 hours on Raw, to Raw going back to 2 hours on my next SmackDown video, which I'll be posting right after this. Another thing I want to talk about on Raw real quick, and like I said, this will just be a real quick, just little highlights in my opinion. I loved what they're doing with John Cena and the United States title. I've talked about that many times. I love what they're doing with John Cena and the United States title, building back up that United States title with prestige. I absolutely love it, and I adore what they're doing with that. And we saw, because well, what they're supposedly going to be doing is having John Cena defending the United States title every week on Raw or SmackDown. I hope they do both. I hope they have it, and that's really building it. And not to mention they're giving him a lot of time. Like last on Monday night, they had him against Cody Rhodes, and I think it is brilliant what they're doing. They gave him a lot of time to go out there, and Cody Rhodes and John Cena, they had a hellacious match, guys. They had a really good match, and I think that's what Raw needs to be doing. Raw needs to be going back to wrestling. Their storytelling, their storyline writing, and their promos are getting too boring, and you need to get that wrestling show back into wrestling. Still, since you don't have the writing capabilities of putting on a really great promos, and the wrestlers, you're not letting them go out there and being themselves anymore and shooting from the heart like they've done for 50 years. Let these wrestlers wrestle. I mean, arguably, these are the best athletes ever in wrestling. I mean, they're more athletic. I mean, every generation, the talent gets more athletic, and they're able to do more and more stuff, it seems like. And it's good. Tell your stories that way. Now, Vince, the problem's always been with Vince McMahon is he doesn't think he's in the wrestling business. He's in the entertainment business. He thinks he's a Las Vegas fucking showgirl. He doesn't think he's a wrestler. I talked about that many times. So it's good to see. I don't know if Triple H is getting a little bit more in his ear, saying, you know what, we got to change what we're doing. Raw has been sucking lately, so it's been really good to see that this past Raw and last Raw after Mania has been decent, good to watch. I still am afraid that we're going to slip back into that bad times again with Raw, but yeah, it was great. John Cena and Stardust should be really proud of themselves. They had a hellacious match, and it builds the title back up. You know, when you have matches like that on a continuous basis, it does good for everybody. It does good for the title, because it's making that title mean something. Having a bust-ass match for that championship is great, and the more times that the title is defended and the champion retains the title, that title moves up in value. So I 100% think that is a good idea, and it also does good for Cody Rhodes, the challenger. All the challengers, when you have hellacious matches like that, if you come up short, you're really, even though Cody's a heel and he's not really highly up there, they see what he's able to do in the ring, and they see his in-ring set, and they get very excited on what they're doing. So I thought that was very smart as well. And there was a couple good matches on the card. Like, I thought the Lucha Dragons had a really great match against the New Day. It was great to see. It was great to see the tag team division really coming back up again, especially since one of the Usos are hurt right now. It's really great to see the tag team division coming up. I want to see more tag teams, more staples like that. So I like what they're doing. And as far as the IC title and all the other storylines, that's what SmackDown really focuses on. So I want to get back on doing my SmackDown review. So on my SmackDown review, I'm going to address all those other storylines from like on Raw and those minor storylines, because SmackDown really deals with the undercard a lot. So I really want to get back to that, and I will do a quick review on that as well. So that'll conclude this video, just touching on a little bit of highlights from Raw. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. Trying to make it some videos shorter. I will be doing some longer in-depth videos too. I'm gonna be catering to all of you. There's some of you that have a short attention span and like short quick videos. I'm gonna be catering to you. There's some of you who likes real long in-depth videos, that's real long, me breaking down every single. I'll be catering to you. And I would, like I said, plug in my Let's Talk Wrestling. My 1-hour podcast style video will be coming this Saturday. I will be posting that probably on Sunday or early Monday. And I will also be doing some non-wrestling videos too. I did one on this badass Carnage figure last week, and I got some good feedback from that. So I'll be touching into some other Marvel comic bookish videos as well. So like I promised, this channel, I'm hoping that it grows. Please subscribe if you already haven't. Liked it, please leave your comments, and I will see you fuckers for the next video. Take care, guys.